just me. I was gone for about a couple of months. I went on a little bit of a trip. Holidays, did I do cooking? Boy, did I do cooking. Didn't do any videos, but boy, did I did some cooking. Now, I'm back, ready to start with the videos again. And what did I bring you from Portugal? I'm bringing you a fantastic, awesome fish soup. Please don't say, oh my God, fish soup. Well, let me tell you something. This recipe is awesome. It's not very fishy. Trust me, it's got a nice, pleasant taste. And it is just out of this world. I'm going to try to adapt this to the closest point of a Portuguese tradition of fish soup. But, as you know, we're in Poland, but the fresh fish is very expensive and it's a little bit hard to work with. So I came back and I experimented with different types of fish and I found the right combination. It is perfect, it is awesome, it is simple, and it is cheap. Now, what did I use for fish? I used canned fish. Now, before you go, oh my God, we use fresh fish in Portugal. Let me explain to you. This is absolutely awesome. And I found that the best fish that works is herring. So what I want you to do is get a can like this, and they use many different types of marinade. This one is a tomato based. This is my favorite. I want you to try this one first. You got the lemon and oil, you have the garlic and oil, you have just the water and the oil, but trust me, this is the best one. So again, herring in tomato sauce here. Now, this one does not contain any type of bones, so you don't have to work too much. But if it does have bones, then you're going to have to remove them. And I tried it with canned sardines. It really didn't work out that good. So let's get going with this awesome, simple recipe that's done in 20 minutes. Okay, grab yourself a medium-sized pot. Get it hot. Put in about 2 tablespoons of good grade olive oil. About 2. Give it a couple seconds for that to heat up. And you take about 1 medium onion, and I took a little bit of the bottom of the white part of the green onion, and I chopped a little bit of that in. And that comes from about 1.5 medium onions. And we're going to turn the, and we're going to let this go till it turns a little bit translucent. Now at this point, what I like to do is add 1 to 2 pieces of bay leaf. Now I should add a little bit more there, but it's coming from Portugal. I don't have any more, so I'm just using what I have. And about 3 to 4 pieces of allspice whole. And bring that around a little bit. And now I bring the heat down just a little bit. And I take 2 pieces of garlic and I press in this fancy thingamajiggy here. And you want to be careful not to burn the garlic. Because the garlic then becomes a little bit bitter, so that's why I turn down the heat. And we move that all around. How would that start to come? Yum, yummy. And now, at this point, about 1.5 teaspoons of tomato paste. And I want you to fry the tomato paste. I want you to fry and incorporate into the onions at this point. Just like that. We'll give that another minute or so. And now I want you to increase the heat and add about 1.25 liters of water. There you go. Now, if you want less fishy taste, I would add another ½ liter of water. If you like a little stronger taste, I would leave it like this at this point. But since my girlfriend is coming, she doesn't really like the strong taste, I'm adding just a little bit more water. So it really depends on you and your taste. Now we wait for that to convert to a boil. And now we're going to prepare the fish. Grab yourself a handy dandy plate. And grab yourself 2 forks, and you take your herring, and I want you to grab it just like that and very gently put it on the plate. Be careful you don't make a mess with this all over the place. And I want you to bring out all the juices. There you go, just like that. Now, I want you to grab 2 forks, and I just basically want you to smash it up. Now, as you can see, this one has no bones. But if you find that they have bones, then I'm sorry, you're going to have to do a little bit of work, and you are going to have to remove the bones. This is why I like this type of product. So now, smash it all up into little pieces like that. Awesome. Now, back to our soup. And here we are back on our soup. And I want you to take your fish mixture and I want you to put it all inside your soup, just like that there. Now you don't have to wait for the water to boil at this point. There we go. And move it all around. Oh, the smell of that, absolutely awesome. And now I want you to add some stock. Now here I'm using vegetable stock. If you add fish stock, it's going to be very, very strong tasting. Believe me, this is already strong. If you add, you can add chicken stock, any type of stock you want. So I take about 1 teaspoon and not any more because there's already salt in the fish mixture. And cumin, about half a teaspoon of cumin. There we go. About half a teaspoon of sweet paprika. There we go. And this one depends on you. Chili. I like it hot, my girlfriend doesn't. So I'm just adding about 1/3 of a teaspoon. Go. And let's move it all around. Oh, yummy, yum. And last but not least, we're going to add some fresh ground pepper. About 1/3 of a teaspoon. But we're not finished yet, so we're gonna let that go. Now in Portugal, what we do is we put day-old bread on the bottom of the bowl and then we pour the fish soup on top. But since we're in Poland and that's not really a tradition, what am I going to do? I'm going to add potatoes instead. So I am adding about 2 large potatoes. Now you can add more or you can add less. It depends on what you want. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this come to a boil. Then I'm going to reduce the heat and I'm going to let it go for about 15 to 20 minutes till the potatoes are tender. And I shall. Here we go. I'll lower the heat just a little bit. And what you do is go in here, grab yourself a potato and just stab and it is perfect. There you go. It was about 15 minutes. And now, oh, does that smell good? And now what do? About 1/3 of a cup of green onions. You can put more, you can put less if you want. And we just add that right there. Like that. And about 1/3 cup of parsley. Use any kind of parsley you want. Now what I did was I chopped some of it a little bit more finer and some of them I just left at least big like this because it gives a nice little contrast to it. And you just move that around. Now you tell me, how is that starting to look? And now the most important of all is the taste test. Here we go. And remember, this again depends on you, you know. And here we go. Excuse me. It is absolutely perfect, but it requires a little bit more pepper, just a little bit more salt, and a dash of vinegar. Just a dash. I like it with vinegar. This is an option, by the way. There you go. I'm gonna let that go for about 5 minutes, and we're basically finished. Now, how does that look? Take a look at that. Yummy, yummy. Well, all I want to say now is thank you very much for allowing me to share this recipe with you. Sorry I was away for about a couple of months, but you know, everybody needs a holiday. And I hope that you really enjoy this, and I want to thank you from Tony and Cooking Around, and I'll see you really soon again, I promise. Bye now.